millions and millions of followers, right? So I see these posts that tend to go viral or whatever, and the posts say, you knew that character, or they say stuff like, you knew who you had a baby by.
But you do though.
This is coming from personal experience, because a lot of times you don't. My personally, because I could talk about he's nothing to me. My daughter's dad wore a mask. And when I say wore a mask, he never had anybody pregnant. He didn't have any children before my baby. And when I found out I was pregnant with my daughter, I was damn near due. I was so far along that I couldn't get rid of it. So, and he's much older than me. So now I have to let you know that I'm expecting, and we gotta have this baby. What is it that you want to do? This started hating my guts, treating me wrong, became mentally and physically and emotionally abusive. I grew up in a 2-parent household. I know how a man is supposed to treat a woman. My dad has been married to my mom for over 30 years, so I know what a man is supposed to bring and how he's supposed to treat a woman during pregnancy and then thereafter the baby. And I didn't get any of that from him. And you know what people say? Well, you didn't see these characteristics in him before. Hell no.
Damn.
He didn't allow me to.
Cold-blooded.
That man was.
Because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people
was,
can't keep up in front like that.
That man.
He was cold.
He was
cold.
He raw.
He a demon.
That man literally.
Yeah.
That man. I was 20 years old. That man literally took my bills from me and was like, "I'm gonna pay every bill you got."
Oh,
he pursued me. He courted me for a while. He
Yeah.
pursued me, and I'm telling you, everything was love. Like, I was crazy about this. Like, I love him. And then when I found out I was pregnant, a part of me was sad because I was never the type to want kids. I never wanted children. No shade to my daughter, but it was 6 of us. So I grew up in a very big family. So I wasn't the type to want several kids. One, being the minimum. He hid the fact that he was this different type of dude outside of our relationship. I didn't know him.
He cold.
They say get to know people. How can you get to know somebody that wears a mask?
That won't let you. You get what I'm saying?
Let me see,
they pretend.
I'm not only blaming him because I was young and naive, and I was going through the transition of losing my birth mom.
But
and
still, he was a grown man.
He caught me right at grieving, y'all. I'm telling you, that grief be some serious, ladies. Guard your pussy.
So
he was grown.
But here's my thing. We gotta look at that. Sounds like, yes, he caught you at a vulnerable time. Mm-hmm. You were young. You said he was much older, so that's already something different. And my point is, y'all were messing around for how long before you got pregnant?
Shit, only like 7 months.
Had any time in that 7 months that y'all ever talked about having children?
No, because that wasn't what it was.
But that's what I'm saying. It never even came up. So you probably would have known how his feelings were. You knew y'all was you knew it was a possibility, right? So if we gonna be rocking like this, what if something happened? What we gonna do? What you think? You know what I'm saying? And then that way you get a better judge on this character.
She was young.
Wait a minute. I was young, but I was also on the Depo-Provera shot. Ladies, be careful with birth control, especially black women. It'll you up worse than you could ever imagine. I got pregnant on the Depo-Provera shot and was going to get my on time. I never missed an appointment. I'm very, very, very. First of all,
she should have been a nurse.
I should have been a nurse.
She should have been a nurse.
I should have been a doctor. She said I was on my way. I was almost a nurse, but I stopped. But anyway, I was on the shot, so I didn't think that I would get pregnant. That was the least of my concerns. The only thing I was worried about was, for sure, STDs, BV. A lot of women don't know that men carry that BV. So once we started having BV is bacterial vaginosis. It comes from a mix of good bacteria, bad bacteria, basically.
your bacteria don't mix with somebody else's and it create infection.
If it's vaginosis, it had to come from what?
It could have come from another woman that
That's what I'm saying. Right. We don't just walk around with vaginosis.
Right.
You have to get
another woman that he hit.
Yeah.
See that accountability? See how they be doing, Joe?
No, seriously.
It's just it's a bacteria infection.
How am I gonna get another woman's vaginosis if it's not carried by somebody?
Yeah.
Bone.